Welcome back, everybody. So in the last video, we successfully implemented the Silvers class. Now we can print information from the Platinum class, Gold class, and the Silvers class. So now in this video, we'll be reading the information from this CSV file and then displaying it like this. And in order for that to happen, I have opened the CSV file as a Notepad file. And you could find the CSV file in the description link below. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to comment these lines out. Oops, not delete them. I'm just going to comment them for now. And we're going to create a separate package. I'm going to name it Utilities. I'm going to create a new package in Source. I'm going to name it Utilities. I'm going to write Package. I'm going to name it Utilities. I'm going to name it Utilities. And it's going to have a file named CSV. And what that file is going to do is going to read the information from the CSV file. So we'll name it CSV. And I don't believe it's going to have a main method. Let me just double check. It actually will not have a main method, so we'll hit finish. Alright, so we have the CSV named file right here. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this information to save time, but I'll explain this stuff to you guys. Okay, so why this is erroring is because let's just go ahead and Control Z that. We don't need to copy the whole thing. So what we're going to do is read information from the CSV file using this. Why this is giving error right now because we haven't exported all these. Let me go ahead and import all this stuff. Okay, that fixes that. Let me fix all this stuff, then I'll explain this to you guys. Okay, that fixes that, and that fixes that, and that fixes that, and that fixes that. And let's see why this is still not fixed. Do not type lists running. Okay, let's see what happened wrong over here. Okay, so this is probably going to be this, and then that. Oops, that's supposed to be a linked list, not a normal list. That's weird. It's still giving an error. I'm just going to copy this whole line again and then paste it right here. Oops. Okay, so what we're doing in this file is, let's just do this. Okay. So what we're doing in this file is we're basically importing some Java's built-in methods, and we're creating a linked list, a string array type. Its type is going to be an array of string, and it's accepting a parameter file, and it's actually a method. It's a static method, and its return type is a list of string arrays. Okay, and this method accepts a parameter file. So when we give this method a string file, it's going to create a list of string arrays. It's going to name it data, which is actually a linked list, and it's creating a new helping variable named string data row. And we're actually using a try and catch block over here. So what we're basically doing here is we're telling it to try. It's creating a new buffer reader type. Buffer reader is a built-in method of Java. That's why we imported it right here, buffer reader. We're creating a new variable buffer typed. We'll name it BR for now. And we're making it equal new buffer reader, which is creating an object of a buffer reader type. And we're passing it a parameter of new file reader, and it's going to read the file. So what this does is goes into your PC and reads where this file is located and opens the file up. And then this buffer reader starts reading information from the file. Okay, so and we're defining a while loop right here. We're saying while data row is equal to BR, which is the buffer reader type variable. BR.readLine is not equals to null till br.readLine is not null. It's going to keep reading, and what it's doing right here is it creates a new string array, names it data records, and it equals it to data row.split, comma. So as you can see, once you open it with a text editor, all these elements are comma separated. So what happens when we split it by commas, it stores each value. So when we split it by comma, in the first element of the array, it assigns it the name, and in the second one, when it splits it, it assigns this number, and in the third one, it does male, the gender. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're actually adding data.add data records. So if you remember, data is this linked list that we created right here, which is the main linked list, and it's this array of string type, and we pass it an array, data.add data records. So the first element that will be stored in the data linked list is going to be this whole line. This will be the first element of that array. This will be the second, this will be the third, this will be the fourth, that will be the fifth. And then what we're doing on next is, if this stuff does not work, if this doesn't work, then we're using exception handling to handle if file is not found. You just write catch file not found exception E, write system.out. So we're basically just printing could not find file if this error happens. If this error happens, we're just printing out could not read file. And then in the end, once we have done all these operations, we return the data, which is the main array list, linked list of arrays. Okay, and then we go back to the XFS file. So now what we're going to do in this file is, we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to print all this out. This is erroring now because let me just fix this, then I'll explain this stuff to you guys. Okay, so if you remember, we in the task we're supposed to print out a header, which is welcome to Extreme Fitness Solution. We're doing that like this. And in the XFS, which is the main file, the main method, we're creating a new list. It's a members type list. It's a linked list, and it's members type. And now right here we're doing string file. If we're just creating a string equals the path of the CSV file where your file is located in your computer. This is my path, so you're going to have to write your path in this. And once we pass this, and then what we do here is we create a new list of string of array of string type. And we name it new customers, and it equals utilities.csv.read file. So utilities is the package name, .csv is the file, and .read is this method that reads the file and passes the elements. So we call that and we give it the path, and then what happens is we create a new loop. We give it string array, we create a new string array, we name it customers, and then each array from the new customers, which is the new customers is where? The new customers is this, it's the linked list that we got from the CSV file, which is this list right here. We assign that list to new customers, and then what we do is we read, in each iteration, we read one element from that linked list. So the first linked list is going to be this whole line because we're storing all these information in one element of an array. Okay, so in the first iteration, we read this information from here, and then the first element we have from customer right now, the 0, which we know is going to be this, the name. So we create a new variable string name, and it equals the value of customer element 0, which is the name. And the second is the social security number. So we assign the first value of the customers. Second is gender. We assign this value of the array to gender. And then, as you know, the return type of the linked list is string. So we have to parse that into a double because our age is a double type. So we have to parse that to double. So now the value will be double instead of string. And we create another string account type, which equals the fourth element of the customer's array. And then we use some Fnl statements. We write if account type is equals to platinum, then we add to members, as you remember, this linked list. We add member.add we create a new instance of the platinum. So what we do is we pass in 4 variables. So this is what's happening in this line. When we add this object to the members class, so we call the platinum object, then all the platinum class runs. And then else if it equals to gold, then we create an object of the gold class. Otherwise, we create an object of the silver class. If the account type, this variable's value is not among any of these 3 values, platinum, gold, or silver, then we basically just print out error reading account type. And once all this is done, what we do is we create another for loop. It's a members type. We create a new variable, members type mem, because if you remember, this members linked list is a members type. And then what we do is members.showInfo. For each user, we show its information. So it's smart enough. So if members, if we created an object of the platinum class, it will call the platinum class's showInfo. If it's gold, then it will call gold's showInfo. Otherwise, it will call silver's showInfo. Now let's go ahead and run this and let's see what the output is. Okay, so as you can see, it's reading all the information from the CSV file like we're supposed to. It's showing the banner, it's reading all of these users and then printing them out like this. It's creating them a random customer ID. It's creating them pool IDs. It's creating them a locker ID if it's platinum. If it's gold, it's just creating them a gold ID. If it's silver, it creates them just a customer ID and shows their balance due. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now in the next video, which is going to be the last one, we're going to give up some finishing touches. We're going to achieve some encapsulation. Bye.